And APB, American Protection Bureau, voted #1 best on Long Island for all your security needs. Call 631-390-9050. That's 631-390-9050. APB.
Hi, it's John from Under the Table Hot Sauce. I'm here with my friend, the star of the show, Jimmy Farrow.
Yeah, what's up, JB?
Nah, nothing.
It's been a hot summer, and for all your barbecue needs, you can go to underthetablehotsauce.com. 13 unique flavors to choose from, created and bottled in a Long Island kitchen. Underthetablehotsauce.com. Let's go chow, JB.
Let's do it.
All the flavor, twice the burn.
He was very unsafe,
Very unsafe.
and I don't pull punches on that because as someone who's been in the ring and had an accident, and it was a complete accident, I never ever try to take liberties on somebody in the ring, and I can't say the same about him.
I was there at the Nassau Coliseum. That terrible night happened between you and Droz, and I can only imagine what you have to deal with, right? I mean, I wouldn't wish that upon anybody. How were you able to come to grips with that throughout your life? Because it certainly is a difficult situation.
Well, I mean, it was hard. In fact, I quit wrestling. Like I was done. I literally went home and got on my couch and called Jim Ross, said I quit. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. And then luckily he gave me a little time to sit and think. And then talking with Droz and visiting with Droz, and then having Jim Ross call me and tell me it's like playing football. I mean, we all go into this knowing that it's not ballet and something can happen. And unfortunately, it happened then. And the funny thing about it, Droz and I have watched it back together, and we still can't figure out what went wrong that night. We had done the running power bomb 100 times on shows all around the country. Never an issue. And that one night, just something went wrong. And going back to the conversation with Jim Ross, he talking to me, he goes, it's a shame that one career had to end. Let's not make it two. And why don't you wrestle your career in honor of Droz and wrestle for him and for him? And that's what I did after that point. I muscled through it, and my career was, from that point, it wasn't just mine, it was mine and his.
Were you afraid of competing after that? I mean, it's the slight game of inches, for God's sakes, obviously. I mean, were you tentative about getting back in the ring and bumping and doing all the things you do?
It took me a minute because I was gun shy for a little bit. But then I just went back down to a couple wrestling schools in South Florida and rolled around and just started getting that feel back. And, and then it helped, like I said, sitting there and watching what Droz going, what happened? I don't know. Can you see anything? I don't know. So it was just an unfortunate mistake, an accident that happened. And, from that day, I've never done the running power bomb again because I was like, you know what? If I can't figure out what went wrong, I'm never going to do it again.
Yeah.
And so I've never done the running power bomb from that day forward. And if you take that out of the equation, then I just went and wrestled and had fun.
Did you go looking for Droz right away after the, in the hospital and stuff, or how does that work?
I literally was in the back. I waited for him when he got on the gurney. Where's he going? What hospital? I was in the hospital the arena wasn't empty. The show was still going on. I was in the hospital with him.
Well, I'm sure he appreciated that, D'Lo, and I'm glad you were able to get past it, at least for the wrestling fans and for yourself. Thank God.